Are you wondering, should I go for dry or liquid hydroponic nutrients? If so, this video is for you. I think there's three key areas that you need to explore. Number one is value for money. Number two is convenience. And number three is sustainability. So just to get started, this is what a dry fertilizer looks like. This is master blend. And this is what liquid fertilizer grows. Typically this you're gonna have to order it online, and this one you can find it at your local grow shop, readily available. It's quite easy. So I think if you're starting out, this is probably the way everybody starts out. But if you're decided already that you want to do this long term and you'd rather buy stuff in bulk, then that makes sense. So for example, in terms of value for money, the first reason, this is what it looks like. So I made some calculations. I used my local prices, and I calculated that liquid fertilizer can be between 10% and 50% more expensive. If you buy small, like 1 liter bottles, it's 50% more expensive. And if you buy 10-liter jugs, it's only 10% more expensive. And I did that by just calculating how much nutrient solution, meaning how many liters of nutrients, which is the water plus the dry fertilizer, will it generate. So with 8 kilos of dry fertilizer, you can generate up to 5,000 liters. And then I took the price and I calculated the money, so the buck per liter of mixed nutrients, which is nutrient solution, and did the same with the different prices. And this is the particular phase that I took to do this calculation. So the first area, dry fertilizer is cheaper and liquid fertilizer is more expensive. How much more expensive? Between 10 and 50%, depending on which one you buy, if you use small bottles or big bottles. So that's first out of the way. In terms of convenience, I think dry occupies much less space if you live in an apartment or a small house, or you don't have a garage or something, or storage or anything like that. Then dry really occupies much less space than the liquid fertilizer. In terms of measuring tools that you need, on the left, this is what you need for a dry fertilizer, and this is what you need for liquid fertilizer. In terms of the dry one, you need a scale that measures in grams, at a minimum an accuracy of 0.1 grams. The one that I have has an accuracy of 0.01 grams. I think 0.1 grams is accuracy enough. And in this measuring cups that I have here in the vertical, this signs of how many milliliters are you pouring, you can get them for free typically when you buy fertilizer in your local grow shop, or buy it for $1 or $2. It shouldn't be expensive at all. And you can also alternatively, so this is for dry, this is for liquid, but you can also measure liquid fertilizer with one of the scales, because typically water and liquid fertilizer has pretty much 10 milliliters of liquid fertilizer equals to 10 grams roughly. There's a little bit of dry fertilizer mixed in, but it's not gonna, make it 10. So I think you can also use this for liquid fertilizer. So we covered value for money, to which dry fertilizer is a clear winner. Then convenience, which if you have limited amount of space, dry fertilizer is ahead. And then the third is simply sustainability. And some people might think that this is nitpicking, but I think it's very important in terms of you're shipping nutrients half across the world away. And what is more efficient, to ship a dry product or to ship 99% water with a little bit of nutrients sprinkled in? I think it's the former is way more efficient. And I made a quick calculation here that you need, for example, Master Blend could be another brand as well, but dry fertilizer, you require 1.6 grams per liter of nutrient solution, while as with liquid, you need 3.6 grams or milliliters of volume that you need to add. And why? Because this is mostly water. So you need a higher volume of water with dry nutrients mixed in already than the dry version. And maybe just so we can tie a nice bow onto this. These are some of the tools that you need. On the left, you have a pH meter. On the right, you have an EC meter. The one on the left, typically, for example, for peppers, for hydroponic grown peppers, you need between 5.5 and 6.5 pH. And electric conductivity varies depending on the stage of the plant. It could go, from 0.8 millisiemens per centimeter to 2.0, 2.2, something like that, when it's fruiting and it's like heavily producing. Here, this is a chart of the liquid fertilizer, the different stages of growth, and how much volume of nutrients you need per liter of nutrient solution that you want. So this is in the concentrated form, the milliliters that it says here, and the liter is the end result when you mix it with water. To summarize, I'm a big proponent of dry fertilizer. Your mileage may vary depending. If you have like a huge warehouse where you can store stuff, then maybe okay, liquid fertilizer. If you find it more convenient to mix nutrients with a measuring cup, then maybe that's the way to go for you. I think both work. So I've tried both and they both work fine. So that's not an issue in the slightest. And I hope it was useful. Take care and see you in the next one. Bye.